Hi Libra, welcome to your September 2020 general reading. This is a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So if this reading doesn't resonate for you, your messages could be coming from your Moon and or Rising sign. Libra, let's go ahead and get started. Your reading is really clear that you're feeling really trapped and stuck and bound up. And the song that came in my head is that song by Queen. I don't know the exact title, but it's like Break Free or I Want to Break Free, that song by Queen. If you don't know it, look it up. That's how you feel in the month of September. You feel trapped. You want to get released from something. You feel bound down. You feel like you can't move freely or express freely. So it could be a job that has you feeling this way. It could be a relationship. It could be a home dynamic. But let's get into it, Libra, to see exactly what's going on. The first card you have is how you're feeling in the month of September. It's the King of Pentacles reversed. The King of Pentacles reversed is someone who is in a lot of excess because they're unhappy. Okay, so this person could be overusing alcohol maybe, or food, just relying on material comforts because they're so unhappy. So Libra, this could be something that you're going through where you're trying to comfort yourself because you're just not feeling that hot right now. Okay, you're feeling like you want to comfort yourself. You could be a little angry about something and you're just shoving it down and not really wanting to let people know why you're angry. You could be pretending like everything's okay when it's not. You're out of your element, just trying to use some physical comfort to comfort yourself. Definitely food and alcohol are the two things that I feel are strong possibilities. But yeah, you could be in a scarcity mindset in September, and that's usually not you, Libra. Usually you're very, liberal and open-minded and feel that there's enough to go around for everyone. You're very idealistic, but you might be feeling that there's not so much to go around, and you might feel some lack in your life, and that's what's making you feel this way. So Libra, keep in mind these are just current energies. This isn't who you are as a person. Some people get a little upset about these readings. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you of what comes out. And just keep in mind that this is just temporary. This is, passing experiences for the month of September. And even if this is your reading, maybe some parts of it are and some parts of it aren't, so you need to take it the way it resonates for you, okay? And again, keep in mind that messages could be coming from your Moon and or Rising sign. So Libra, your second card is what you want in the month of September. It's the Ten of Wands. You feel really burdened, and you've been walking up a hill carrying a lot of burdens, and you're ready to let them go. Okay, which is why that Queen song came in my head, where you want to break free. You might have been a really good sport for a long time in a job or in a family situation or a relationship, just going along, and now you're kind of at your breaking point where you're like, I don't want to carry these wands anymore. I don't want to carry these burdens anymore. You're ready to drop them and release them. So Libra, I just want to interject here. This is me now, not the reading. Be careful, because don't do anything hasty of just, abandoning a job or a family. Just be careful, because this is something you're going through, and that's kind of like the warning here is, this is just what you're going through right now, and it kind of, I'm feeling really strongly like you just want to quit and walk away from something. Maybe let's see how the rest of the reading goes out, and you might want to wait to make any big decisions. But I feel like you are just like, fuck everything and everyone. I don't want to walk up this hill with these wands anymore. I'm tired. I've been doing it for too long, like a good soldier, not complaining. And I'm tired now. And when is someone going to listen to me? Why is it always about everyone else? When is someone going to listen to me? So that's how you're feeling, Libra. And that's not really a Libra attitude to have, but you might have not said anything for a really long time, and then now you're just at your breaking point. So the third card, Libra, is challenges you'll encounter in the month of September. It's the Eight of Swords reversed. So this is very similar energy I'm feeling from that Ten of Wands in the upright of wanting to get out, wanting to break free. This Eight of Swords reversed is all about a new beginning, getting unbound, and releasing yourself. But it's in the challenge position, which now I'm realizing it kind of fits what I was just saying of your challenge will be to figure out how and when to do this, because it might not be, because it's in the challenge position, it might not be in your best interest overall or in the long run for you to just, throw in the towel in your emotions right now, being in this King of Pentacles reversed. You might regret it later. So the cards are kind of saying, be a little careful. Don't maybe just call it quits based on how you feel right now, because this is something that you're going through and it's temporary and you may not be seeing it clearly. And Eight of Swords is all about being trapped in your mind. So this is saying that, and I'm not saying you don't have legitimate complaints, Libra, I'm sure you do, but the Eight of Swords is kind of saying that it's mostly in your mind where you kind of trapped yourself and you feel very internally a lot of strife. So just keep that in mind, and it could be because you haven't been sharing with people and expressing what you're really going through, which that's kind of a Libra thing too, to not really say anything. So yeah, your challenge will be to not just, walk away from something super abruptly, because I feel like you're going to feel like wanting to do that, and the reading is kind of saying to be a little bit careful about that, because it may not be the right thing to do when you are feeling in this energy. So just keep that in mind, Libra. The fourth card is opportunities you'll have in the month of September. It's the Three of Wands reversed. Yeah, so you're going to have an opportunity to wait something out and see how it plays out. Things might start moving, some motion might occur in something that you're dealing with. Maybe you were waiting for something to happen and then something starts moving a little bit, and you're going to have an opportunity to kind of watch that and see what's going on and see how it plays out. And this will help you, Libra, not jump into like a hastily made decision about what you're going through. So that's a good opportunity to have, because the Three of Wands reverse is also about potentially a bad or risky business decision. It's not always that, but keep that in mind, Libra, that it could mean that. So there is an opportunity here to watch and wait. So the dynamic might shift during the month where you'll feel more comfortable watching and waiting, instead of being so hasty and jumping into something or jumping out of something. So just keep that in mind. The dynamics might shift during the month where you might feel like you have a little bit more information and you'll feel a lot more comfortable not making such a fast decision. So if you feel like you're going to jump out of your skin right now, the advice is just hang in there a little bit during the month of September, because things will develop. What this card is saying, things will develop where you'll feel a little bit more comfortable waiting and you won't feel like you want to jump out of your skin so bad. So it is definitely a temporary feeling. You might feel that way, in that King of Pentacles reversed energy. It might just be like the beginning part of the month, and you'll shift out of it. So that's good news, Libra. So just keep that in mind. The fifth card is advice for the month of September. You have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is all about achieving internal balance by turning your back on your intuition and focusing more on your logic and reasoning. I'm not saying ignore your intuition. I don't tell anyone that, but this card is saying that there might have been an overemphasis and too much importance placed on how you feel, which is why, you know, you have that King of Pentacles reverse and that Eight of Swords reverse, where you kind of got caught up in how you're not feeling great and feeling dissatisfied. So the advice is to, you know, kind of turn your back on the moon for a second, which represents intuition and deep feelings. It's not saying ignore those or push them down, but it's asking you to look that you will get some clarity if you focus on analyzing something from a logical perspective and a reasonable perspective, which is, Libra, you're really good at that. You're Justice card. So you can do this, and that's what the advice is, to go inside and look at things from a logical perspective to achieve some balance, and you'll see things a lot more clearly. Okay? So the Two of Swords is also about balancing out a situation with another person. So you may need to go to someone and resolve something or clear the air, and that'll help you achieve some clarity and balance. Whatever it is for you, Libra, you're just being asked to look at things from a more logical perspective, collect facts and information, and don't be so reliant on how you're feeling right now. And again, I just really want to emphasize, it doesn't mean don't feel what you're feeling. Experience your experience, but the advice is for this situation in September that to resolve it, you want to look more from a logical perspective about what the actual facts are of what's going on versus just you just feeling bad or down in the dumps, which is temporary. Okay? So the sixth and final card you have, Libra, is the Hermit reverse. This is the outcome, the overall energy of the reading. Hermit reversed is it's using intuition in not a constructive way. Okay? So this fits in with that Two of Swords reversed, where you're being asked to turn your back on a more gut feeling, emotional part of yourself and kind of embrace some more logical, some more inner knowledge. But the Hermit reverse is kind of suggesting that you're still feeling a little out of balance. You might not be accurately, your hunches and intuitions are not accurate or lined up with the reality. So Libra, let me clarify. I'm not saying you're not intuitive and that you should ignore hunches or gut feelings. I get a lot of readings where I tell people that they need to rely less on logic and follow their intuition. But for what you're going through here, Libra, the advice is the opposite for you at this time. That you're being asked to turn away from those gut feelings at this time because they are not accurate with the energy that you're currently in. You kind of have let yourself get to a point where you are going to explode at everyone. You might have been really long suffering in a marriage or a relationship or a job situation for a really long time, and you're ready to just explode. And because of that, Libra, you're being asked to focus more on the factual aspects of what's going on instead of just how you feel. And this is the temporary energy right now, so just keep that in mind, Libra. So yeah, this outcome with the Hermit reversed is telling me that you should wait for more information to come, which is that opportunity card with the Three of Wands reversed. Things will shift where you'll have more information to look at things and get the lay of the land and have a bigger view. Look, he's backed away and he's looking out into the water at the boat, so he has a larger view instead of being this where you're blindfolded and you can't walk or move or anything. Okay, so with the outcome being the Hermit reversed, I strongly feel like this reading is saying to wait before you make any big decisions, because you're not going to have the full wisdom and the full story at this time to really see what's going on. And what will probably happen for a lot of you Libras is that by the time we're at the more toward the middle end of September or going into October, you'll be like, oh, I'm really glad I didn't make such a hasty decision based on how I was feeling when I was really upset. You'll be relieved and happy looking back that you didn't do that. And for you Libras who do go ahead and do that, you'll have regret. You'll be like, fuck, like I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited until my emotions evened out a little bit. So the Hermit reverse is kind of saying that, you know, with this current energy in this reading, that you're still a little out of balance, you know, by the end of September. You're still not really able to access unbiasedly like what's really going on. So it's just kind of saying to just hang in there until you get out of this storm of emotions. Okay, Libra. So I know that was a somewhat difficult reading. Thanks for hanging in there. I don't do positive spins on cards. I don't do spins on cards. How the reading comes out is what I say it is. There's a lot of readers here on YouTube that every single reading is positive, and they get a lot of views, but ask yourself, if you're watching other readers and it's just positive, 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 first of all, how many times has it come true? And second of all, was it even accurate for you for that particular month? Or was it just making you feel better? So just keep that in mind. And I'm not trying to talk bad about other readers, but I just want to point that out, that a lot of readers might look at this and say, oh, you're wonderful. And that is not what these cards are saying. Another reason why a lot of readers have over positive readings is because they're using a lot of oracle cards. And I'm not talking bad about oracle cards, but oracle cards are very different than tarot. Tarot cards are very complex and rich in nuance and symbolism, whereas oracle decks are very single dimensional, and you know, a lot of oracle cards are all positive messages. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I know there's been some difficult readings for people on here, so if you don't want to hear something that might be negative, then maybe you just want to find someone else to listen to. So just keep that in mind, Libra. I don't pretend something is the way that it's not, okay? And again, this is just a temporary energy. It will pass, and now if this is your reading, now you're aware of it, and you can make different decisions to get yourself out of this energy, if this is energy that you're in, if this is your reading, Libra, okay? So I pulled an additional card from a deck that is just the majors and the 4 aces, just to kind of top off the reading. You got the Fool, Libra. The Fool is all about a fresh beginning, being optimistic about the future, maybe being a little naive and too trusting, but being willing to start over as a clean slate. So Libra, you're being asked to return to more of a childlike innocence, which that's already, Libra, that's your natural state as a Libra. And I guess you're being reminded here to embrace that, you know, go back to that. Because with this reading, I feel like you feel a little beaten up by the world, by maybe a family thing or a relationship or a job. And you're being reminded, like, Libra, you are so optimistic, sometimes too optimistic, and people complain about Libras being like that, where they say everything is fine when it's not. But Libra, that's just how you are. Like, you want to be really fair, and you want to see things in a positive light, and there's nothing wrong with that. And with this Fool card, you're just being reminded that that's who you really are. You know, this energy that you're going through is temporary, and to be willing to start over, you know, to walk away from anything that's not serving you anymore when the time is right, and that you'll be able to return and have that beginner's mind again, which you're really good at, Libra. Like, you're okay starting something new. You have that more humility side of you. So yeah, this is saying that you'll get there. You'll go through this whole cycle, and then you'll return to zero. The Fool card is 0 because you're starting over. Okay, so that's something to look forward to. Libra, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated for you, please let me know in the comment section below. That's really helpful for me. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, Libra. I'll see you later in the month again, okay? Bye.